Hey there, I'm Sin. And at this point, there are so many different types of games. Platformers and shooters, RPGs, turn-based games, sports games, and the list goes on and on and on and on. Each genre has a wide variety of niches and subgenres, and each genre has their standouts. And that could be because of a variety of reasons. Maybe they have a great story and characters that tugs at your emotions, or is ever-changing in your choices. Maybe it has the best movement that feels rewarding each time you press a key or move your joystick. Maybe it has the best gunplay, or the highest skill ceiling, or offers you an intense challenge that you love to overcome. It feels like there are a million ways to find rewarding experiences in modern gaming, and that's intensely beautiful. But very few games define how amazing they are with their freedom. Loads of games love to boast about their truly open world and unlimited ways to play. But playing those games, it becomes very apparent that it's not really the case. Red Dead 2 has one of the greatest stories, and a great open world. But those two don't really intersect. And there's a great 40-ish minute video by Nakey Jakey that goes over that in much better detail than I could. And this is true for most open worlds. Most games offer endless replayability, but in single-player games specifically, you realize there's maybe a handful of ways to play the title in actuality. And my gameplay and your gameplay always look relatively the same. But a lot of my favorite games are those that actually give you limitless possibilities. A true sandbox. They define the game's rules and give the player the power on how they want to approach everything. A great example of this is Hitman. The past 3 games they released have almost infinite replayability. Each map has a few targets that bring their own challenges, with hundreds of combinations of assets and tools to be able to kill each target in their own unique way, all while trying to stay undetected. Or how about the last 2 Zelda games? Breath of the Wild gives rules in its physics-based abilities and interactable world, and allows you the entirety of Hyrule to be used for your goal of saving the princess. This becomes even grander in the sequel, literally able to build endless contraptions and all new abilities that give nearly endless ways to approach each given situation. Or I think the most obvious and most popular sandbox of all time, Minecraft, where you have thousands of blocks that each serve a purpose, and where there is no real goal even given. It's all up to the player on what they choose to do. And with all this being said, you'd think I'd look at a title like Teardown, and it would be a no-brainer that I love this game. But for the past 2 years, I have been hesitant to actually buy this game. How exciting can this game actually be? It's just explosions and destructions. Won't everything just end the same? Isn't it all the same answer? Holy shit, was I wrong. Teardown opens with you in a large barn, and you get an email for a job. There's a building that's a little too tall, and they want you to come out and just take the building down a few meters. Well, that doesn't seem too hard. I know the answer. I just blow it up. So I collected my tools, went in, and lined the walls with explosive canisters. And after blowing them all up, I realized it wasn't low enough. That simple answer that I walked into this game with wasn't it. It wasn't going to be that easy. So I saw some construction vehicles, and I plowed through the building. It met the height requirement, and I escaped. And after all that, the game shows you your success and gives you a time. And naturally, I thought, now I know these explosives aren't that good, I can do that again faster. So I went back and did exactly that. I used the vehicles from the start and halved my time and felt satisfied. Upon completing your mission, you go home. Only for your TV to flick on. It's the news. And the building you destroyed wasn't just a building, but a historical museum. Did I just commit a crime? Yes. And it's fucking awesome. The rather slow and simple opening to both the game and thus this video makes it strange for me to take the time to emphasize what is rather a tutorial. But this very rudimentary opening brings together the core of this entire game, giving you a simple task, a variety of tools to fulfill that task, the complications, rather destructive answers, and allowing you for so much improvement. Looking at speedruns of this level being about 60 seconds makes even my improved time look like a joke. And the next two levels not only further this simple idea, but completely derail my expectations of what this game chooses to be. The second level is you literally just going and stealing 3 computers. What's the catch? Well, there isn't one. You literally get to walk in and just grab them. Because this level only exists as a setup for the third level to exist. Because you now need the logins to these PCs. So you have to go back. But now since you stole the PCs, they've added alarms to each objective. Meaning you have 60 seconds to steal everything and escape. This is where the game actually starts. Not just destroying things, but destroying to create new paths, new entrances, new ways to traverse levels, using machinery and cars to move things to better help your route. New levels that challenge your idea of what's possible. Each new tool can be used 1,000 ways, and each choice 1,000 complications. The obvious choice may not be the easiest. To call this game one that you just blow stuff up in is to call Minecraft a game where you just dig. It's not wrong, but there's so much missing context in why we blow stuff up. It's a game that constantly engages with you, where prep for a level can take hours, but the actual heist only takes 60 seconds. This game constantly asks you to think outside the box. Such a simple idea of blowing open a wall, it requires so much planning and thinking. And after failure and failure and failure, the most gratifying experience is finally getting it all just right. I think one of my favorite missions is car wash. Simple objective. Drive all the cars into the water. Sounds easy. But they're attached to alarms. Not so easy. And there's 6 of them. Even less easy. How'd I do it? Lots of prep and a hot tub. 60 seconds to drive 6 cars in fixed positions into the water and escape. That's insane. But only 3 missions later, they one up that. With a wet affair. Dump safes into the water. No alarms either. And only upon stepping outside did I realize that the alarm is in the safe. And it triggers when it gets wet. It's raining. It's raining. What? Thus, a complex plot of moving safes across the map into one central location for almost an hour, then putting them all into a truck and driving it into the water just to swim to my escape was probably one of the most fun, out-of-the-box missions I've played in almost a decade. I love the comparisons I used to start this video, and I really want to swing back to that. Because even though I don't think this game will ever sell as many copies as Minecraft or Zelda, there's this strangely nostalgic feeling when I enter this game. The same feelings I had when I first played Minecraft, or first time completing objectives and puzzles in Zelda or Hitman. It unlocks that childhood curiosity that I feel like few games manage to actually unlock. And even fewer manage to successfully reward with amazing answers to each one of my naive and crazy questions. I can't help but gush about this game, on and on. How smart each level is, how well built each mission world is, how simple but complex each objective is, and how fun it all is. I haven't felt like a kid while playing a game in so goddamn long. And this amazing sandbox made me feel like I was a kid every moment I was playing it, giving me full creative control with no wrong answers, but the easiest and yet most complex puzzles in the palm of my hand. Because that's what this is at the end of the day. It's a puzzle game. Not just a sandbox, but a never-ending, destructive, beautiful Rubik's Cube that forever twists in the palm of my hand. Thank you, Tuxedo Labs, for making this game. I love it. And thank you for watching this video of a dog's ramblings. If you like this video, I guess subscribe. And go buy Teardown. It's pretty cool. Thanks. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.